Whoa, what in the world are we doing up right now? It is 12 after 1. And I tell you what, I'm looking at all the grain here on the screen. And it looks so much different doing this at night when I have no sun coming in the window here. But wow, welcome to a random, really late night live stream because I don't sleep much. Now, I wonder how many folks in the Ray Ray family are like me and don't sleep much and are up late. I've been doing the daily live stream at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I wonder how many folks in the Ray Ray family have been missing out on that because of just work life balance, whatever else is going on, day jobs, teaching the kids at home, just whatever's going on. So I thought, man, I'm up late. Let's just jump online and see what's going on. So I've seen several folks in the room already. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Nothing too crazy going on here, but just hanging out in the Ray Ray office and loving life. So I'm always up at this time. I go to bed usually around 2:30, get up around 8. That's just what I do. I'm not much of a sleeper. So Lynn, oh hey, what the heck are you doing up? So hi Lynn, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm just one of those people. I don't go to sleep. I stay up late and I get up at a decent time and I'm just up all day working, hanging out with Dawn. And so that's just me. I'm a night owl. If I worked overnights for years when I was a telecom technician, and if I had my way, I would still work overnights. I love to be up at night, love to sleep during the day, but that's not the direction life took me. So I'm good with that. I'll take what I can get. So yeah. So reading 3640 Studios, I've been watching a documentary about a steam locomotive known as Southern Railway. All right, that sounds very interesting, reading 3640. Thanks for sharing that. Hello, Nina. Shalom to you also. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, good times, everybody. So tell me, what are you guys doing up so late? I'm curious about you guys. Like I said, normally I don't come on this late at night. I'm usually busy editing a video, a podcast, or something. This is my quiet time to do that. But it's Friday night. Where's my quarantine night owls? So let's see here. I start streaming music, can't stop. Doobie Brothers tonight. Well, there you go. So nothing wrong with streaming some music. I get made fun of by some of my younger friends for still using Pandora. I've had my Pandora account, I think 12, maybe 13 years. And at this point, Pandora knows me. It knows what I like. And I'm not ready to give that up. Like I have a Spotify account, but I don't use it that much. I still like my Pandora. It knows me, and I'm totally good with that. So again, thanks for the comments, guys. Like I said, I didn't really have anything prepared. I just totally jumped on here late. At least for the daily live stream, a lot of times I have somewhat of a game plan. Wifey just went to bed about 10 minutes ago. Bless her heart, she had a really, really long day today. She goes to work and has to be there at 8. And tonight she didn't get home until just after midnight. So she's yeah, bless her heart. She had a long day, so we had a lot to catch up on. She's had this is her third night in a row that was like that. So bless her heart. And she has a meeting in the morning at 10 a.m. that she has to get up and go to. So man, I'm feeling bad for her right now. But yeah, so Rebecca Gerson says, hello, you all. She's from Pennsylvania. I'm awake. 2:15 a.m. because my son is awake. Oh, goodness, Rebecca. I hope your son is okay. Hope he's not ill. Now, it's that time of year, allergy season. Earaches, ear infections are a big deal. So hopefully your kiddo's doing okay. I like all the little animals that Nina just put up here on the screen. So that's good stuff. I enjoy that. I certainly do. And a random question for you guys. I like to drink a beer every once in a while. Is anybody here going to be offended if I have a beer? Is that going to bother any of you guys? I hope not. If it does, I'll refrain. But I would really like an IPA right now. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I try to be friendly. I know this is my channel and my live stream, but again, just try to be friendly. Hello, Evelyn Mitchell. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. So I got at least one answer. I'll wait a few more seconds. I know there's a bit of a delay. And Dong Wrangler says, drink multiple beers. So like, no, mate, you're all right. So thank you. Thank you so much. I know I have a super, family-friendly channel. I never want to offend anybody. But like I try to be polite. I've had a few beers on the live streams and whatnot. I had my partner in crime, with me for my podcast, which is called Craft Beer Bucket List. If you guys are into podcasts and craft beer from around the U.S., and we kind of did a quasi, review of a beer when he was on with me on Thursday. So we had a lot of fun with that. A guy named Mike Bradley currently lives in Kentucky. We've been best friends for over 20 years, and we've been drinking beer at least that long together. So just kind of made sense for us to launch a podcast last year when we did. But anyway, I'm not drinking Coronas. I typically don't ever drink those. And sorry, this sound. If you guys are beer drinkers, you're gonna love this sound. Oh man, when that gets opened up. So Bubzilla, hey buddy, I've been worried about you, man. I haven't seen you on the daily stream in a hot minute, so I'm glad to know you're doing all right, buddy. So I'll be listening, but I'm cooking right now, taking pics of everything along the way. This is a layered process, dude. I want to see pics of your food. So if you guys don't hop on the normal stream I do at 4 p.m., I encourage everybody every day to take pictures of your dinner. Tag me in those pictures on Twitter and Instagram. I want to see what y'all are having for your quarantine meals. I mean, I post a lot of pictures on my Instagram of food and whatnot. So, yeah. So, but anyway, guys, I don't know if anybody cares, but I've got an IPA from, oh gosh, where'd I get this one from? Oh, the Oyster Bay Brewing Company, which is on Long Island. It's in Oyster Bay, New York. And I brought this back with me on my last trip out there. But yeah, man, it's I enjoy a beer from time to time. So, and honestly, during quarantine, usually I have 3, maybe 4 beers a week. And lately I've been having 1 or 2 a day. So that's not a lot in the overall, but for me, that's a big increase. So let's see here. Kathy says, hi, Ray. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you tuning in. Rebecca likes Budweiser. So good for you, man. Nothing wrong with the Anheuser-Busch product. So Zalfinian says, and to think I was this close to going to bed. It's like, oh, man, don't stay awake on my account. Please don't. Don't do that. If you need to go to bed, I totally get it. But if you want to hang out and conversate, man, I am 100% good with that. I'm happy to have everybody here. And our friend Gurpreet, how you doing, Gurpreet? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. So I quit drinking a long time ago. I used to love drinking Budweiser. I totally understand, Rebecca. I do. So, but in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna drink a little because why not, right? Oh my gosh, that's good. Ooh, that is so yummy. I'm an IPA guy. That's my go-to beer style. So I'm doing well, Gurpreet. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. You're always so friendly and kind. I like that. I mean, most folks on here are, especially in the Ray Ray family. Y'all are just fantastic. So yeah. So Fernie says I'll hang out for a little bit, but I've still headed to bed before too long. I don't blame you. It is 20 after 1 anyway here in Central Standard Time. And let's see, our friend in Israel. What time is it there? 9:19 in the morning in Israel. So have you had your coffee yet? Have you had your morning coffee? Do you drink coffee? I'm just kind of curious. What's your Saturday morning like in Israel? So I love that. I tell you what, I love having a global audience. It's fantastic. I love talking to people from around the world. You get a different perspective on things, COVID-19 or otherwise. It's fantastic. I love how the internet brings us together in a friendly community like this one that y'all help build. And so always, I'm very thankful, very grateful for that. Never want to take that for granted. Y'all are the best. And especially through this, the pandemic, y'all keep me going. So I say that so much on my normal stream. It's like I look forward to it every day. So thank you all for tuning in and dropping the comments and conversating amongst yourselves in the comments. Man, that really just makes my day, gives me something to look forward to. It honestly keeps my mental health up and going because, yeah, it's rough right now. So I'm not here to go off on a tangent, but I'm just saying thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. I certainly appreciate it. So let's see here. Bubzilla says, I got real sad news earlier. I cried. Now I'm cooking for therapy. I don't drink usually, but once or twice a year, maybe I'll have a beer or two. So, man, so sorry for the bad news, Bubzilla. I hope it's not too terrible. So anyway, man, I hope you pull through. Definitely sending good vibes, thoughts, and prayers your way, man. I hope it's something you can get through all right, my dude. So Kathy says it's after 2 a.m. for me. I'm just checking in on Kitty Cat live stream. So I tell you, on the stream earlier today, Karma she would not stay off my keyboard. I mean, this right here, this is webcam attached to my MacBook. And right here, like literally right here, you can see the light move. I've got a softbox light. And she would not stay off the keyboard. And when she'd leave the keyboard, she'd come over, she'd start pawing at my softbox. I'm like, Cat, that's an expensive light, honey. Please don't do that. Please, Karma. And a couple of times she would turn around to look at me. I told the cat, like, honey, you're putting your bum right to the camera. Everybody could just see your butt. Karma, you need to move. You just need to move. So it's once wifey went to bed, Karma Kitty jumped under the blankets with her every night, almost like clockwork. When wifey goes to bed, so does Karma Kitty. So I took a couple of pictures of her tonight. I had to go to PetSmart earlier today and get some dog food. I ran out this morning when I fed the doggos. And I realized that Karma Kitty was out of catnip. So she got a whole bunch of that tonight. And bless her heart, she got stoned. Karma was so high. And I gave her catnip probably around 8 o'clock. And she kind of disappeared for a while. So I don't know if she crawled under the couch or went under the bed, but she just kind of chilled out. When wifey got home, Karma came out, and you could tell she was coming down from the catnip. Her little eyes were just kind of, you guys have cats, you know how they get. Her little meow was so weird. You're like, wow. She couldn't even get a normal meow out. Bless her heart. I'm going to put, so I took a couple of pictures. I'll put those up on the Instagrams, and I'll do that in the morning. I took one little quick video, and hopefully this will show through here where you guys can see this. I'll put this up to the camera here. So that was Karma Kitty, maybe about 25 minutes ago. She was coming down off her catnip high. Bless her little kitty heart. But she got a couple new toys today. Got some new toys for the big dogs to put in the backyard. So I haven't been to PetSmart in about a month. I try to stock up for at least a month. Now, especially with the pandemic, I do my best to not go into the stores and shopping. But and something I learned today is that PetSmart currently has curbside service. Had I known that before I went there, I would have ordered online and just had them give it to me in my car. So lesson learned for the next time I have to go. So if you guys shop at PetSmart here in the U.S., absolutely not a paid endorsement, but that's where I go to get probably 95% of my pet needs. So yeah, they totally have curbside service if you order in advance. So I like that right now. I still, Dawn and we put on our little masks and we went in the store and handled our business. So let's see here. Rebecca Gerson says, just a question. Do you all think it's too soon to open the U.S.? Yes. Yes, I think it's way too soon. And I think it depends on where you're at in the country, maybe. A personal friend of mine on Facebook posted a thing asking for, and again, this is not really my opinion. I'm echoing something I read today I found very interesting. But a friend of mine had reached out to his friends around the country that are in the healthcare field, work in hospitals and clinics. And he's like, hey, I don't want anybody commenting on this, but folks that work in the healthcare industry and can really tell us what it's like. But he asked for their experiences in the hospitals where they work and what it's like. And depending on where his friends were, negated how bad it was. There were several people in like Utah that said their hospitals are like normal, like business as usual, not a lot of cases of COVID there. A couple of people that he knows work at a hospital in Tampa Bay, Florida, and they said it was very business as usual. They had very minimal COVID cases. But there were other hospitals where they were slammed. They were opening up other, parts of the hospital that would normally be used for like normal stuff, recovery. They're turning into makeshift ICUs because their ICUs are too full of COVID patients. And so there's a huge shift in dynamic depending on where we live in the country. Where I'm at in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, our numbers are relatively small, which is good to a point. But if we look at day over day, the percentage of people that are contracting COVID, we're seeing that we're not flattening the curve in Oklahoma at all yet. We're still climbing, which is sad because we've been under shelter in place, at least in the city, for weeks now. Our governor, Kevin Stitt, has failed to put Oklahoma in a mandatory lockdown. And I think as a result, we have not seen our curve flatten. So again, I'm not an expert on this by any means. This is just my opinion. So I saw the question come up, and I think for the most part, no, hell no, we're not done with this yet. It sucks. It's definitely a pain in the ass. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm willing to do my part to get out as little as possible and get this behind us. So, but it is what it is. It's like, I'm not an expert. I hope that what we see on the news is being reported accurately. I hope the numbers that come out from the CDC and the WHO are accurate. I have no way to double check that. It's not my area of expertise. Even as a certified project manager, even if I was given the raw data, I don't know if I could extrapolate that in a way to build any sort of real report on and know what the heck I was reading anyway. So who knows? I feel like I'm forced to trust the experts in this sort of thing and hope that they're giving us good advice. So I know the economy's suffering, like 16 or 17 million people on unemployment right now. Terrible for the economy, terrible for those folks who don't have money coming in right now. The stimulus package is a joke. Really, it's a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. That's not going to help anybody through 2 or 3 months. It's enough to maybe buy groceries. It's not going to pay anybody's light bill or the mortgage or the rent. Again, my personal opinion, don't say, oh, Ray said this is gospel, because no, it's not. This is just one man's opinion. But I don't think we're ready to go back to normal life yet. I think that would be a terrible idea given what we think we know about COVID anyway. Like I have friends on here from Italy, and they've given account of their personal experience and like, guys, please stay home. Don't do what we did. Please stay at home. When you hear that from people that live there and they share their personal experiences, at least for me, that carries a lot more weight than what we see on the news. That's somebody that actually lives there and is begging us in America to please stay home. Don't get the numbers like we did in Italy. So that hit me like a brick when I started seeing those reports from members of the Ray family talking about that to the rest of us that are here on the stream. So kind of a big deal. So again, sorry guys, I haven't looked at the comments here in a minute. So excuse me. So there's a comment here from our friend Nina. Now I was tested because I work in an elderly home. Test came back negative. The whole team was tested, and so were the residents. Here in Israel was and still is a bleep up. I'm good with that. When it comes to testing in elderly homes, over 33% of COVID-19 deaths are elderly people. Yeah, so we see a big number, at least what's reported. We see a large percentage of the folks succumbing to the coronavirus are elderly. I mean, they have them marked as 65 years old or plus. So I see you coming here from Aaron Dixon. Ray, hope you're doing well and look forward to seeing future drone videos on our Reddit Tulsa page. So, hey, Aaron, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you being here. And I tell you what, since we've been on lockdown, I haven't taken any of the drones out in a bit. I flew one day last week just to get we had some rain this past week. I want to say it was Sunday, maybe Monday. We had a good deal of storms roll through, and I put the drone up in between waves of storms just to get some photos of the clouds. I was successful in that. I got some fantastic stills, but I haven't flown a lot lately. So my day job has kept me insanely busy, even through this COVID stuff. Now everyone knows I'm a substitute homeschool teacher, and I've got this YouTube channel. I just launched a new YouTube channel last week, and I co-host a podcast, and I work on the side. I moonlight for a production company and social media management firm here in Tulsa. So I am just always ridiculously busy, and unfortunately that cuts into my drone time. The last few times I did take out the drone, it was for a video production outside of what I do for YouTube. I got to help shoot part of a commercial, and you'll know about this, and Aaron, you're local, but I helped work on a commercial for wholesale computer supplies. They go to a company called Motion Frame quite a bit. The guy that owns that, his name is John Lewis. He was actually a guest on my daily live stream here a couple of weeks ago when we talked briefly about that. But that was actually the last time I took the drone out for anything substantial. So So yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that you keep up with that, man. So thank you so much. I certainly do appreciate that. Zelfini says, hubby and I are headed to Honor Heights Park tomorrow to see the azaleas. Thankfully, we could do a drive-by through the park. And so for you guys that don't know, that's in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I love to go to Honor Heights Parks. Honor Heights Park. So the azaleas are beautiful this time of year. It's this huge, park kind of on a hill, and they got this windy little drive-through thing, and they've got millions and millions of azalea flowers there. But my favorite time to go is at Christmas. It's one of those places they just put up just ridiculous amounts of Christmas lights. You get to drive through and they play Christmas music and whatnot, and it's completely free, but they do ask for donations at the end of the drive-through of that, and I just absolutely love it. In Muskogee, Oklahoma, we all know the country song about proud to be an Okie from Muskogee. Woo! So yes, that's really a town that really exists, and they have a spot called Honor Heights Park. They have a badass azalea festival every year because lots of azaleas grow there, and they have an awesome drive-through. So yeah, it's great that they have stuff like that. And even did you see, for those of you here in Oklahoma, Woolaroc opened up earlier this week. I think it was just 1 or 2 days to drive through the wildlife refuge and see all the buffaloes and the goats and the ostriches and all the other wildlife that they have on the refuge there. Super cool place to go. Definitely a tourist spot here in Oklahoma. If you get to come out this way, it's kind of one of those have-to spots to go to. And for us locals, it's just a fantastic place to go visit. A lot of big oil history there from the Phillips brothers, the guys that started Phillips 66, Phillips Petroleum, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of rich history, and they've done a great job at preserving a lot of stuff, even outside of the oil industry. So a lot of great stuff. Kiddos love to go there, see the animals and whatnot. Just a super cool spot. So I'm loving that we're getting some Oklahoma shout outs here. Honor Heights Park in Muskogee, and that made me think about Woolaroc. So it's good stuff here. So Rebecca says, this YouTube guy, the CEO, has great content on the COVID-19. So I did not see that. So let's see here. There's a lot of, and the comments, of course, show up very different for me than how you guys see those. So it's actually really tiny here. Normally, I use a third-party piece of software called StreamYard, and I see even fewer comments there, but they're a lot bigger. They're a lot easier for me to read. So, and let's see here. And even on that software, I can click on a comment, and it puts a nice little banner up on the screen for everybody to see it. And I don't get the option when I stream directly through YouTube. So that's interesting. Let's see here. Again, I'm trying to read some comments. I was testing out. I read that one. Ray, hope you're doing well. Got it. Stupid autocorrect that's supposed to be PPE. Let's see here. Some folks with the health ministry refuse to test elderly people who were exposed to COVID-19 patients. Goodness, that's not good. That's not good at all. Alex says, I'm working 6 days a week at Mad Cat, a local pet supply store. We lost most of our staff because folks are afraid to work retail. I can totally believe that, and I don't blame them. I mean, who can blame them? Because they're just completely exposed to the public, and God only knows if they're doing anything halfway right to protect themselves and others. And so it makes sense that they, don't feel safe. I can't blame them a bit. And so I think our folks that are working retail right now are heroes too, man. Stocking the shelves at Walmart, Target, wherever you get your groceries, local grocery store, the pet supply store, anywhere you have to go get the essential items, somebody has to be there to deal with that. So, yeah, man. So total rock stars for going out and doing their thing to keep the public with the stuff that we need to stay alive. So Nina Birch asks, Ray, do you have a Twitch account? I do, but I never use it. I have a Twitch account associated to my Xbox gamer tag. I think the last time I streamed a broadcast was probably 4 years ago. I was playing a game called Destiny, and I just did it randomly with some of my friends. Never really did anything with it. But long as I should probably say no, I don't have one, but I do. It's tied to my Xbox account, which is not at all tied to anything YouTube or my social media platform at all. Oh man. So it's CEO of Facts. Okay, thanks Rebecca for sharing that. I was thinking you were saying it was the CEO of YouTube, but I might have to look into that. The CEO of Facts. Hopefully he's got some good information on there. And I don't know this channel at all, so I'm not going to say anything good or bad about him. All I can do is hope that the information they broadcast is vetted and accurate. And I say that about any news outlet. So, I think I'm scrolling up through some of the comments right now just to see what I missed. And I see Nina saying the stoned cat, poor cat, she will eat like a tiger in the morning. Oh, yeah, Karma will eat like a beast in the morning when she's all back to back to normal. Oh, bless her heart. I even took a little video, and so I'm gonna put that up on the Instagrams tomorrow and a couple of stills. Hopefully y'all get a kick out of that. So let's see here. Josh Gaming. I hope you and your family are okay. So we are all well. Thank you so much for the concern. I'm a teleworker anyway. So I'm always work from home unless I have to travel and do customer facing. So most of the travel vlogs that you may or may not have seen on my channel are all somehow work related. I'm traveling for my day job, and I just happen to take a drone and a camera with me when I go and try to film on my off time. So that's certainly a thing. So I'm very, very lucky to be at home. Very blessed to have a nice house. I don't have the best house in the world, but it's decent. I mean, I feel very blessed to have this. All the schools in Oklahoma have been closed for a while, and they made that decision a month ago that school would be out for the rest of the year. So Dawn's been with me; she's safe. And wifey, though, she works in the mental health care field. She has several people that work directly for her, and she manages a number of mentally challenged folks, and so she still has to get out and help them out. So, but she's doing well. So she's got PPE and whatnot. And so she takes care of herself and her people and whatnot. So yeah, so I think she'll be all right. So Zelfinian is saying, all right, calling in tonight. It's late here in Oklahoma. So good day, night to everybody. Thanks for the BiggestRayRay live stream. So thank you, Zelfinian, for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Sleep well and take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. And Mary Grace says, night owls unite. Yes. Woohoo. Night owls unite. So yeah, man. So let's see here. Kathy has a great recommendation here. If you need a relaxing break from all the drama, I can recommend the channel Tiny Kittens. They are near Vancouver, British Columbia, and have a live stream going 24/7 with cats and kittens. How cute is that? And so it's like, I'm not the biggest cat guy in the world. You know what I mean? I have Karma Kitty. I love her to death. You guys know that's the first cat I've ever had. And I think it's great. So, but still, I'm not like the biggest cat fan. I'll be honest about it. Like, I love Karma. I love having a cat. But there's something about cute little kittens, and you see them, and it's just like, oh, cute kitty. And 10 years ago, that wouldn't be the case for me. But the older I get, the more stuff like that means something to me. I guess that's normal as you grow up, right? Maybe. Hell, I don't know. I just turned 39, so I'm not old, but I'm not young either. I guess they say midlife, I guess. So yeah, but either way, I like kittens. So I like knowing about that. It might be cool just to tune in and watch some cute kitties for a while, especially if they're doing a 24-hour live stream of just cute kitties. So Bubzilla says, good night, everyone leaving. So have a good night, Bub. Take care of yourself, my dude. Hope things get better for you, and enjoy that yummy food you're making, man. If nothing else, you have my email address, Bub. Shoot me an email, some of those photos, whatever you're making, man. And again, I want to see y'all's food photos. I do. So Alex is on his way out. So have a good night, Alex. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you being here. But no, take pictures of your dinner if you would, and tag me on Instagram or Twitter at BiggestRayRay. And if you don't have social media, take a picture, send it to my email, which is just BiggestRayRay@gmail.com. I do my darndest to reply to every social media. If nothing else, I'll at least like the comments. I like all the comments that I get on social media. Sometimes I'll get 50 or 60 comments on a single post, and that becomes a bit overwhelming. I'll be honest. I don't have a social media manager. It's all just me in my spare time. But yeah, it's like I love all the comments. I appreciate that. But no, I want to see what y'all are making while we're in quarantine. I'm definitely interested in that. I show you guys a lot of what I eat when I cook here at the house. So again, that's something I'm interested in. Food is one of those things that just brings people together. So Rebecca says, good night, Alex. Mary Grace. Mary Grace is 61. Kathy is 60. And y'all are still young, right? Yeah, 60 is the new 50, right? Is that a thing? 60 the new 50? I don't know. It sounds good to me. So Alex says he's 49. So Bubzilla says, sorry, poor boarding. Good night to everyone who is leaving. LOL. Laughing out loud. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I thought you were saying good night. I was like, ooh, bye, Bub. Oh, my gosh. It's all good, man. So it's late at night. I'm a little loopy, even though this is still my normal hours. But I guess this half a can of beer I've had so far is starting to get to me, y'all. Woo! Oh, mercy. So does anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Anybody? Sorry, I just saw a comment. So Bub is 37 if anyone cares. And if no one cares, he is still 37. So congratulations to making it to 37 years old. You have beat all the odds. And hell, all of us have. If we have dodged life to make it to the point we're at right now, we're all doing well, man. So just being alive is beating so many odds. I feel like our planet is always doing its best to rid itself of us parasites, people, Homo sapiens, whatever you want to call us. And so who knows? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but so Nina is saying maybe the catnip got to you. It may have. That is a good possibility that it got to me. It certainly is. I didn't eat any of it, but it may be by proxy. I don't know. Excuse me. So Bub is like, I honestly didn't think I'd see 20, so I guess I'm doing okay. I know, right? I didn't think I would either. And I damn near didn't. Man, this is something I've not really talked a whole lot about on my channel. When I was 18, so I had three events happen to me when I was 18, and 2 of them were absolutely my fault. So one, I wrecked a truck when I was 18 years old. I learned the hard way that Oklahoma fog can freeze on the outside of your windshield. Now, mind you, I was 18 in 1999, so the defroster that we had weren't the best. And I had a 1981 Chevy pickup truck, so it was old even in 1999. I was driving to work early one morning. Fog froze on the outside of my windshield. I didn't get it cleared off in time. I wound up crashing my truck through a bar ditch, and no seat belts in the old thing, and I smacked my forehead on the windshield, giving myself a gnarly concussion. Not the worst thing ever, right? Just a concussion. So no broken bones, nothing, but I was concussed. And maybe a month later, dumbass I was when I was 18, I was surfing in the bed of my buddy's truck at the bowling alley in Pryor, Oklahoma, and I fell out of the back of his truck. Right. And remember, the only time in my life I can remember looking straight up in the air and seeing my feet. And I saw that right before I hit the back of my dome on the asphalt, putting a huge split in the back of my head. Had to go to the emergency room. It took 8 staples to put my head back together. And then that summer I was hurt in a factory accident. I dislocated my pelvis and I ripped the PCL of my left knee. I got hit by a 600-ton metal press at a factory in Claremore, Oklahoma. Had the piece of the machinery that hit me hit a few inches higher, it would have impaled me in potentially being a life-ending accident. Where it did hit me, it just knocked my pelvis out of place, and I had to go get therapy on my knee for a long time. I wore a knee brace for about 3 years after that. I saw a chiropractor several times a week for about 6 months after my pelvis was set. So, any of those 3 things could have easily taken me out. I look back and it's like, my goodness, that was a lot to happen in a single year. I think either of those head injuries definitely knocked a few of my screws loose, and they probably never got tightened up, resulting in the mess of a man I am today. So, of course, there's other things that happen in your life where you look back and it's like, that easily could have been a life-ending event. So I feel very blessed, very fortunate. And I've talked about this on the channel. 4 years ago, I was in the heart hospital for a week. I damn near died. I was way more overweight than I am now. I use my job as an excuse to just not exercise and have a terrible diet, and wound up having just insanely high blood pressure, and it almost took me out. Didn't even realize it. So I've had to make a lot of life changes as a result. I've lost about 60 pounds since then. 60 pounds over 4 years isn't a lot, but it's been a change. I exercise a lot more now than I used to. Totally changed the diet. I've got a whole regiment of pills I have to take now. My goodness. Yeah, but they keep my blood pressure in check so long as I eat the right foods, don't drink caffeine, and I'll limit, of course, the alcohol intake. So 1 or 2 beers here and there is not terrible. So my doctor knows about that. He says that's all right so long as I don't drink too much more. So yeah, you got to make those changes to stay alive. So I'm with you, Bubzilla. The fact that I'm 39 to me is a miracle. So yeah. So good stuff, right? So Alex said, anyway, I'm going to circle back to some comments here from I just kind of went off on a tangent there. Now, Alex says, tomorrow's my day off, so I get to clean and do laundry. Woo! Laundry day. Rock on, my dude. Clean clothes are amazing. It's crazy how much we take clean clothes for granted until we run out of clean underwear. And it's like, oh my gosh, national tragedy. And then you do laundry, and it's like, oh, this is so much better. So much better. So I'm with you. So, hey, Weenie Boys, what's up, buddy? So he says, good morning, everyone. And he joins almost daily on the 4 p.m. live stream. So thanks for tuning in late at night, buddy. I just got a wild hair and decided I'm just going to do a late night live stream. I do one in the afternoon every day. Let's just see who the night owls are. Let's just hang out for a little bit there, have a good time. I was up really late anyway, so I'm up late every night. So I'm like, you know what, why not? Take a break from the editing and other stuff and jump online, have a live stream, have a great conversation. And at this point, we've had one. It's awesome. So let's see here. Heiko saying, ouch. I'm glad you survived, bro. This wouldn't have been quite as awesome without you. Well, thanks, Bubzilla. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. And Kathy, I agree. That's why I married a mental health professional. Yes, it is. And this is something I love to say. I say this to people that work for me in my day job. I get a lot of subcontractors and stuff that work for me, and we have just a wide variety of people of our full-time employees. When I bring people together for a project, when we collocate and we work together on something, I tell everybody is like, you know what, we all are different. We're all a little crazy. I don't care who's more crazy than the other. We all got shit to do. Let's just get it done. Pardon my language, y'all. I tell everybody, it's like, we all have screws loose. Everybody has screws loose. We all just celebrate different screws. Be okay with your screws. I'll be okay with mine, and we'll respect each other's screws. Right? And just about everybody can get on board with that. You all got a few screws loose. But yes, I'm glad I married a mental health professional. So glad you made it through all that. Thank you, Mary Grace. I'm glad I made it through all that as well. All the experiences that we have in our life, they get us to where we're at now. And so, yeah, I do things a lot differently as a result of my screw-ups when I was younger. So caffeine, Alex says, caffeine gives me migraines, which is a bummer since Coke is the best thing that has passed my lips. So Coca-Cola, I rarely drink soda. I talked about earlier, I need to throw this away. I had Sonic earlier today. I did. But I got root beer. Root beer is my jam at Sonic. And I get it with blue coconut and vanilla. It may sound disgusting to y'all, but to me it is fantastic. I absolutely love this stuff. But root beer has no caffeine. But I prefer root beer over Coca-Cola. There's plenty of folks that would disagree with that. That's fine. Y'all got to cater to your taste buds. Or to me, they're my taste bros. But yeah, they got caffeine-free Coke, Alex. It doesn't taste the same. So, and Kathy here, man, bless your heart, honey. That is fantastic progress. Every bit helps. I used to be 525. I'm now about 330. Well, good for you. 200-pound shift. That is fantastic. Kudos to you for making that change. That is a huge deal. So keep it up, honey. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. So let's see. Kathy also said, if I were retired, I'd still be working at a mental hospital. So I bet. I think about retirement. I'm 39. I've got probably at least 30 years to go in my earning years. And even when I get that, I don't know if I would be able to stop working. I'm a go-getter. I like to work. I like to be productive. I feel like I've done something wrong if I have a lot of idle time. I feel like I always have to be doing something. So I don't know if that's the work ethic I got from my dad when I was growing up, or if that's just something I've developed as an adult. But I feel like I never produce enough tangible results. I feel like I always have something else I could do, and that keeps me going. That's part of the fuel that helps me do all the things I do. And so I try to implement some of that into my daughter. Hopefully she doesn't work as much as me. I mean, whatever she wants to do. When she's grown up, she can do whatever she wants. But anyway, kind of went off on a tangent there. Sorry. So, and Bub, good grief, dude. I did what in the world? I missed a comment there, man. Let's see here. What? And I saw that one. No weekend play. There was another comment. I could have swore I just saw it that you read that you were shot or something like that. My goodness, dude. Did I see that right? So Bob said my left pelvis broke when the rear left wheel of a 1980 Buick station wagon rolled over my midsection after I slipped on ice and fell under the back of it when I was 8. Dude, that's rough, bro. That is rough. And I know I saw another comment. I've also been shot and stabbed once, plus my bipolar. I'm a survivor like you. Good grief, man. That's next level stuff. I'm trying to catch up to you, man. You have seriously been through it, my dude. Not to compare, scars or anything, but man, so kudos to you for making it through all of that. That's pretty rough. And so Nina says, at least you had a chance to learn from your screw ups. I did. I was younger. I was a lot tougher than I was smart, and I'm not sure if that did me any favors. Now I'm not really tough or smart. I just try to dodge as many bullets as possible and try to see another day. I think I have a better idea of what the bullets look like I need to be dodging. So I'm sure I have a screw or two loose also. That's really hard to say out loud, Mary. Try to say that out loud. See if you can get through that, because I totally just struggled through it. And hey, Stephanie Carper's on. Wow, surprised to see you on so late. Looks like I missed most of the stream. Now, we've been going at it for about 42, 43 minutes now. And I tell you, Stephanie, I'm a night owl. I'm normally up till 2, sometimes 2:30 anyway. Now, I was telling the folks earlier that tuned in. This is when I normally do my video editing. I edit my podcast. This is my quiet time, and I get a chance to just focus. And by focus, I put these things on. They're not working right now. And I hammer away at the laptop for a while. And then I pull up my cell phone. I play a game for a minute. It's like, all right, enough of that. Take a mental break, and I go back to this for a while. And then I check my Facebook account. And then I look at my YouTube analytics. And then I go back to editing a video. So I think I have, some level of ADD or ADHD. Yeah, my attention span is not always the best. And if I could stay focused for a solid hour, my productivity would absolutely go up. But I just put in the time. So eventually, put it in enough time, whenever you'll get that end result. So you'll get those outputs, and then I'll have something I can, final product I can hand over to somebody. So, but yeah, all that to say, I'm a night owl. I stay up late. I do the daily stream every day at 4. That's a good time for a lot of folks here in the U.S. I get a lot of folks from Europe that tune in. I mean, that's late for them at night. There's a 5 or 6 hour difference to a lot of the folks that tune in from Europe. So if come on, I just want to see who my night owls were. And I'm surprised I've got 19 people on the stream right now. I'm surprised we got 19 people up at 2 a.m, even with the COVID stuff. So this was kind of an awesome idea. I'm totally glad I jumped on, because I get to talk to all you great folks. I'm loving it. So let's see here. And Kathy says, I'm only retired because of an on-the-job injury that requires I use at least a cane or a walker. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. So hopefully it doesn't keep you down too much. Hopefully you still get around and do what you need to do to knock out those day-to-day activities. So, dude, let's see here. Bob says he was shot at, but they missed. Well, I'm glad they missed, Bob. I've never been shot, but I can only imagine that hurts like hell. I don't think anybody gets shot for fun. Let's see. Steph says, I'm a big night owl too. Have been since I was a teenager. I always am more creative at night. Yeah, I don't know that my creativity is any higher at night. Just the day job and having a kiddo, I have more of an opportunity to focus without a lot of distractions other than what is at my desk. Um, so I've tried to edit some during the day. And Dawn, you guys see her on the daily live stream. She runs in and out and crawls on my back like I'm a jungle gym. And it's hard to focus on the live stream with that going on. But when you're trying to put a video together, and all it takes to do that, it's for me, it's impossible. I can't do it. So I have to do all of my creative work at night. So Alex says, I have ADD too. So I don't know that I have it. I'm just guessing based on how my mind works that I may have a touch of that, or ADHD. I don't know. So it is what it is, right? But I am straight up a night owl. So let's see here. Kathy says, I'm an hour ahead of you. Mary Grace says, I'm a night owl due to working the biggest part of my working career on third shift. Oh, yeah. I mean, I talked about that earlier. I mean, I spent years working the overnight shift. I absolutely loved it. I prefer overnights. If I could go back to my professional, if my job allowed overnights, I would do that. I would much rather stay up all night, sleep 5 or 6 hours during the day, and just go through it again. That's just me though, but I don't get to do that. So, in having a family and whatnot certainly weighs into that. Just is what it is. Not bad about it. Stephanie Carper at Alex US. Ed folks have got, us ADD folks have got to stick together. I will cheers to that. Penny Neal says, you need to go. Mother, no, I don't. I do what I want. I'm a grown man. Love you, mother, but I do what I want. So Penny Neal's my mother. And well, you need to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. and you're old. I said it. You need to go to bed. Why aren't you in bed? Seriously. Winnie Boy says, Dawn is very active. Yes, she is. She's got so much energy. And, it's tough for her right now. The lockdown, whatever, because she's a very active little kid. We've got a good handful of kids in the neighborhood, and normally they get to go outside and play together and do things. And it's tough when you see one of the neighborhood kids go by, right, when we're inside. And she has to stay inside and can't go see her friends. And it's like one of the hardest things as a dad, because you want to let her go play. Like, go play with your friends, man. It's great. Go do that. I'm glad that we live in a neighborhood we can do that. It's safe where I live. Our old house where we lived in East Tulsa, we couldn't do that. It's not a very safe neighborhood. And we have that opportunity now, and it's very difficult. But it's a great way for the kiddo to burn energy. Good social engagement. You get to learn those social skills when you play with other kids and whatnot. Blah blah. And it's hard. And I know I'm not the only parent. It's like that for all of us parents right now. But yeah, she has a lot of energy, and it's hard to help her burn that off while we're stuck at home. Even the parks here are closed, and they're closed for a good reason. I totally get it. But it's one of those go-to play when you have a kid. It's like, man, there's a neighborhood park. Let's just go a half mile up the road, let her play in the water or the slide or just whatever. And we can't even do that. So it's a challenge, to do the day job, to keep up with the schoolwork and whatnot, and still try to let her get time outside to go play and burn off some of that energy. So it's chilly Willie here today, so I didn't let her go outside, but she played with Cortana. I mean, Cortana, she's a 60-pound puppy. But she played with the rope toy in the house for a solid 30, 35 minutes a day, and they wore each other out, which was fantastic. They needed that, and I needed a break for a minute. So it was great just to let them go make noise somewhere so I could deal with a handful of, just household stuff that I had to keep up with. Because, Wivey working, 13, 14-hour days the last few days, all of the stuff that she would normally do falls on me to get done. And I'm not griping at all, but that's when you're married, there's a give and take. If somebody's out working, you got to pick up the tasks at home. Whenever I'm away from home for my day job, she has to pick up some extra tasks because, I'm not there to do them. So I'm not mad about it, but there's just, the house has been bloody nuts. Anyway, kind of went off on a tangent there. My bad. Venting just a little, so my bad. Y'all got to hear that. But hell, it's just real life stuff, y'all. Yeah, we're all going through it right now. We're all dealing with that together, and it just is what it is. So, Mary Grace says, Elias, where are you that it's 9 a.m. there? So is Elias, I think, is our friend from Israel. Is that right? I mean, that was a way up in the comments from earlier. But I think Elias was saying they were from Israel, right? No, Elias. Oh, Elias is from Norway. My bad. Sorry. Who was that? Oh, I'm miserable at names. I never remember a name. It helps on the comments. I see the names, but we had a friend in here earlier from Israel, and I was glad to see they were also saying it was 9 a.m. there. Unless I got that wrong too. That's a good possibility. It is 2 in the morning after all, right? So hopefully you guys don't hold me to 2. Nina is from Israel. I knew somebody was in here from Israel. Thank you, Nina, for pointing that out. I appreciate it. I do. And Elias is from Norway. And I knew that I've seen them on the live streams before, and they've called that out. So, yeah. So, but again, how cool is that, y'all? It's 2 in the morning in Oklahoma, and I got a friend on from Norway and Israel talking to us literally right now. I mean, I know that the internet's been around a long time. This is not like it's a new thing, but I still love it. I don't want to take that for granted. I don't. I mean, that is just the coolest thing. I was talking to my friend Mike yesterday, or Thursday now after the stream, and I told him, it's like, dude, I feel like $1 million because on the live, he joined me for the live stream. And it's like, how cool is it that just a random dude, a regular dude in Oklahoma, gets to talk to people from around the world via YouTube? That just blows my mind, and I absolutely love it. I'm very grateful and thankful for that. It means the world to me. And so again, thank you all for tuning in and being a part of the Ray family and making this a thing for me. So I appreciate you guys. I know I say that every video. I'm like, oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Like, I really do. I don't see myself as anybody special. I'm just a regular guy. I've got a day job like everybody else, trying to pay the bills, support a family. And but it means something to you guys. Otherwise, you wouldn't tune in. But I got to just say thank you, man. I do appreciate it. So let's see. Anita says, was born in Germany, so my name is not common in Israel. Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't seem like what I would expect to see for an Israeli name. Not that I'm an expert in what Israelis name their kids. But yeah, no, that's cool to know. And Mary Grace says, I'm next door to y'all, Ray, in Arkansas. Woo, Big Suey. I hope you're a Razorbacks fan. Otherwise, that doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah. So Winnie Boy says, I'm in Southwest Missouri, about 3 hours from Tulsa. Off the top of my head, that makes you, if I don't know, but that makes me, I'm going to guess that you live in Springfield or somewhere around Nixa. And we talked about this before, Winnie Boys. We may have, but dude, Lambert's, bro. I know you've been to Lambert's. And so for those of you that have not been through Missouri, Lambert's is a restaurant you can go to, and it's changed over the years. But you go to Lambert's, and they would throw like Nolan Ryan fastball pitch bread to your table. They didn't bring it and set it down all nicey nice. And oh, here, would you like some bread? No, there'd be a dude with a bucket full of bread, and they would just like chuck it to you. And the last time I went in there a couple of years ago, they lightly tossed the rolls to you, which for me was disappointing because I was ready to just catch a curveball for my roll and then put some butter on it and have it with my fried okra and my fried chicken and everything else. It's not healthy, but it's amazing. So if you ever get to travel through southern Missouri, stop by Lambert's. It's between Springfield and Branson, Missouri. It's great places to go visit. Man, now I want to go get some. Once this COVID-19 stuff's out of the way, I need some Lambert's. I need somebody to throw a bread at me. Because why not, right? That sounded so silly. So Kathy is here from South Carolina. That's a very pretty state, by the way. It's been a number of years since I've been through South Carolina. I need to get out there and visit again sometime. So let's see here. Steph is like, the community you've built here on your channel is so cool. Awesome to have people from all over the world. Definitely inspires me for my channel. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I've shouted Stephanie on a time or two. So go look at her channel. Go check it out. she can't post a link in the comments here. But if you just click on her name, it'll take you to her YouTube videos. Go check them out sometime. Take a look at her content, and give her some likes and share some of her videos if you're into that content. And Haley, what's up? How you doing? It is 9 a.m. here. You're up early. Honey, it is 2 in the morning here for me in Oklahoma. And Haley's another friend from Europe. She lives in Sweden. So again, we got a good handful of countries represented here tonight. I didn't expect to see that, but that's super cool. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Bub is, I'm so far behind in this chat, but the green pepper onion mushroom smells so amazing. That sounds amazing. Oh, man, I tell you what, I made the lamest. I say lame. It wasn't lame. So a lot of times, since wifey's got a new schedule, I say new. She's been at it for a number of months now, but she works late every Friday. It is what it is. So Don and I often make fish sticks together on Friday nights. It's something she gets to help out with. We make our own tartar sauce, and she loves it. Whatever, right? It's something that her and I could do together in the kitchen. It gives me an opportunity to teach her some of those fundamental life skills. So it's good there. But damn it, I'm so burnt out on fish sticks. So I finally finished off this gargantuan bag we got at the big box store. Where was I going with that? Oh, but anyway, we had fish sticks again tonight, and I didn't really feel like cooking anything anyway. But fish sticks were great. I pulled out some pot stickers, and we had pot stickers and fish sticks for dinner, and we drank chocolate milk with that. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw those pictures. But yeah, we just had basic ass dinner tonight. It was still delicious. I had some sweet soy sauce to go with the pot stickers, put a bunch of Tabasco sauce and lemon juice all up on my fish sticks, and we went to work. And the kiddo, she loves to dip, so she dipped her fish sticks in ketchup, which I'm honestly not a big fan of kids having a lot of ketchup. The acidity in the tomato ketchup can burn out little kids' taste buds, and as they get older, all they want to eat is ketchup because that's all their little tasters can taste. I'm not preaching that just for me in my house. I don't like to give kiddo a lot of ketchup, but I was out of mayonnaise. We couldn't make our own tartar sauce. So yeah, you give a little bit here and there, right? So anyway, basic dinner, still delicious. It's great to have those sauces to put on your normal stuff to make them just taste great. If you've never had sweet soy sauce, I highly recommend it. That stuff is fantastic. Fantastic. Oh man, even my little pot stickers, put a little bit of sesame oil in the pan, just drop them in there, and gives them an extra little punch of flavor. Oh, so I get excited when I talk about food, y'all. That's why I launched a food channel. It's like, why not? I make videos. I love to cook and eat. Just kind of made sense. So if you haven't, I need to put a link to that because I don't know if all of you guys have seen that yet. I want to link my new YouTube channel. I'm super proud of this collaboration with my friend Chris. He manages the social media aspect for me, and I've uploaded most of the videos that are there to this point. But it's a lot of fun. I certainly enjoy it. It's eaten up a lot of my time lately, but that's all right. Oh, did I kill the live stream? Nope. I'm clicking through tabs here. I thought I just did the wrong thing here. My bad. Do. Everyone eats. The name of the channel is Everyone Eats because everybody does eat. So I just want I'll just link a video here. Hopefully it lets me do that. I can do it through StreamYard. I don't see why I can't do it. See if it lets me post it. Nope. Why didn't it? Whoa, that was weird. Sorry if you guys are hearing that music there. Command V. There we go. Yay, it lets me put a link in the comments. Good. So that's one of the videos on the cooking channel. So I have less than 100 subscribers there. We just launched it a week ago today. Last I looked, we only had 45 subscribers. YouTube doesn't allow a custom URL till you get to 100 subscribers. So we're getting there. It's inching up every day. And Lynn says, I subscribe today to your recipe channel. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate that. I hope you like the content on there. So I do appreciate that. But no, definitely check out that channel if you don't mind. Give the videos there some thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And be sure to share the recipes with your family and friends. So, yeah. So, Kathy's, I'm going backwards up here. I know I missed some comments. I like to dip my fries in mayonnaise. I'm glad you like to do that. I am not a fan overall of mayonnaise. I don't like it. I can eat it. I can tolerate it. I use it to make tartar sauce, right? You put a little bit, I put some Worcestershire in there, lemon juice, and some, sweet relish. And I don't taste the mayonnaise at that point. It just becomes a base for everything else, kind of like tofu. Tofu on its own is like bleh. But if you put it in something, it absorbs all those other flavors and it's fine. But if you can eat the mayonnaise, honey, that's good. Mary says vinegar is good for you. It is. It is good for you. So I use red wine vinegar quite a bit. It's especially on pork. I'm a big fan of it on pork dishes. There's just something, anything apple and pork. They just and damn it, we're on food here. How do we get on food? Sorry, guys. I do this so much on the daily live stream. Somehow the conversation always gravitates somehow to food, and we've managed to do it again tonight. I'm okay with that as long as y'all are. I'd talk about food anytime. But yeah, no, vinegar. I'm a big fan of red wine vinegar. Or anytime you have like cabbage and sausage, you got to put vinegar on that. It's just kind of a thing. And like if you have a proper fish and chips, you got to have that malt vinegar. Otherwise, is it really fish and chips? I don't know. Let's see here. I ate a lot of ketchup as a kid, but didn't know about the acid and taste buds. I bet you eat a lot of ketchup on your stuff now too, right, Winnie boys? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe I don't know if it affects everybody like that. Alex says sugar and vinegar. And let's see here. Mother says at least she doesn't dip her French fries or crackers in water. I did that when I was a kid. I think I saw my dad do that. I don't know. I don't do that now. I need something more flavorful than water to dip stuff in. Like Tabasco sauce. I love Tabasco sauce so much. And y'all know I love hot sauce in general. I keep hot sauce around. I probably got 7 or 8 different flavors of hot sauce in my kitchen at all times. It's just a thing for me. Alex says just so thank you for subbing the channel, Alex. I appreciate that. I do. So Mary Grace also just subbed. Thank you, Mary, also for subbing the new channel. I appreciate that. And Nina says, I like to put some curry powder on my fries. I don't know that I've done that before. I get down on some curry powder and also like fries. I can see those two things going together really well. Oh, man. And you get like a nice mint. Oh, my God. What do they call that at not Asian, but the Indian restaurant? They have not salsa. Oh, what's it stuff? They always have a mint one in a it's late because I can't think of this stuff. It's so boilerplate. Chutney. That's what I'm looking at. A mint chutney, I bet, would be fantastic with curry fries. Yeah, man. Now I'm hungry, y'all. Thank you. So Winnie Boy says, nope, I don't like it too much now. Ranch dressing is my favorite condiment. I get down on some ranch dressing. Especially, dude, we got this pizza chain in Oklahoma called Mazzio's, and I swear, hands down, they have the best ranch dressing you'll find this side or the other side of the Mississippi River. Stuff is so good. So good. Yeah, Gurpreet, the chutney. Thank you so much. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't say chutney. That's such a common thing, and it's so delicious. And I love me some good chutney. I do. It just goes great on so many things. Yeah, mint chutney. So good. And what's the other? Is it tamarind? Is that right? Is that the right word? I mean, there's usually a mint chutney, and there's another one. and I want to say tamarind. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gurpreet. I think those are the two typical, chutneys we see. Let's see here. I know. I hope she has her babies before I go back to work on Monday. How do you say it? Was it Werlemer? Werlemer. Did I say that right? Did I get your tag right there, Werlemer 1138? And I feel like I missed a comment from you somewhere. Did I miss something? Looks like somebody's about to. I know. I hope she has her babies before I go back to work on Monday. Do you have a Pregger's kitty? Do you have a kitty about ready to pop out some little kittens? Oh man, and yeah, I got it right. Thank you, Gurpreet. It is tamarind. Woohoo! All right, so yeah, I get down on some tamarind chutney too. It's made right. It is so good, so good. And I never know if I mix it right or put it appropriately on food. But when I visit an Indian restaurant, man, I put the mint chutney on everything. I love it so much, and I do the same thing with the tamarind stuff. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just know to me it tastes good. I hope no one gets offended. Whether I'm having some, tandoor chicken or some naan and just a red curry paste, or if I get some vindaloo, it's like all of it. I want each chutney on all of it. I love it so much. They're watching the same pregnant cat tube. Okay. Tiny kittens. Okay, gotcha. That's the YouTube channel somebody mentioned earlier, the 24-hour stream. Okay, I get it now. So let's see here. Nina says you should Google amchur, very tasty with fries and meat and pita. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds fantastic. Man, now I want some Indian food, y'all. I do. I need to go get me a good tikka masala. And I tell you what, man, I had the opportunity the other day to speak with a man from the UK. I was helping my friend Chris produce a live stream, and a personal friend of his is an actor, and I forget his name. Was in a couple seasons of Doctor Who, and super nice gentleman, very proper. And Chris had to step away for a minute, and so I had about a 5-minute conversation. The man's a straight up celebrity in the UK, very well known. And Chris is like, "Hey, you like food? Ray likes food. Have a conversation with him. I have to step away for a minute." And here I'm just working the background live stream stuff for Chris, and now I'm like, I have this. Oh gosh, I was not prepared for this. And so he comes on. He's like, "Hi Ray, how are you?" Total, just very, very proper, well-spoken individual. And he's like, "I hear you like food," and I'm like, "I do like food." And and so I asked him like, what's so where do you go where you have to find a proper pudding? Like I didn't know what to say to the gentleman in the UK. It's like, well, how do I go about this? And all of this big story here to come around. So I said, I heard the number one food in the UK that is served is tikka masala. I said, are you a fan of tikka masala, and where do you get it in the UK? And he told me a spot to go, and I don't remember. I've never been to the UK. Don't know if I'll ever get to go. But man, he told us how good the tikka masala was there, and it made me jealous because he's going to have access to fantastic shepherd's pie, bangers and mash, mushy peas, a good proper pudding, and still, but the influence in the UK is, of course, very heavy Indian in the cuisine, and I think that's awesome because I love some Indian food. One of my personal friends is a guy from Pakistan. And he's got a cooking channel, and I'll plug him, Chef Shamshir. I'll just drop it in here. See if you can look him up. I can type late at night. So if you look up his YouTube channel, you want to talk about some amazing recipes. I've gone to his house several times. He's been to my house. I even have a video on my channel where he came to my house and made me a 2-pound chicken sandwich. His own recipe he made, called it the BiggestRayRay sandwich. It was fantastic. But this dude makes some wonderful, wonderful Pakistani food. And he currently doesn't live in Oklahoma. I'm ready for him to move back. Of course, I can hang out with the guy, like him outside of his food. But I miss his goat biryani. Oh, my goodness, he makes the best biryani. And I love it so much. So, if you see this at some point, shout out to you again, my dude. So, Let's see here. Don't be shocked. It is made out of mango. Okay, we're talking about the mint chutney here. Not mint, but yeah, chutney is like a condiment. And I think the tamarind is what's made out of mango. Is that right? Like dried mango? Is that correct? So Nina says, "Love Doctor Who." So I've not seen a single episode of it. My buddy Chris is all about it. He's a huge Doctor Who nerd. He even owns a massive blue TARDIS. Like seriously, he has a huge TARDIS. If you're Doctor Who fans, you're going to know exactly what a TARDIS is. And one of his production companies is named after that. It's called Blue Box Creatives, which made zero sense to me when I first started, working with him. I guess the TARDIS is like when you step inside of it, it's like this infinite, expansive space. I guess that's part of the Doctor Who show, or whatever. And so it makes sense when you step into a creative realm, you step inside, it's as big as your imagination. So it's forever expanding. So I thought that was kind of a cool little parallel there. So Stephanie says, okie dokie, it's pretty late now, even for this night owl. Have a good night, Ray. So have a good night, Steph. Thanks for tuning in a second time today. I appreciate you being here. I do. So Alex says, Royal Indian Cuisine in Madison makes an incredible tikka masala. So if I ever get up to Madison one day, Alex, I'm going to hit you up and we're going to have to go there. So I've not been to I've not been very far up into Wisconsin at all. Now, the last time I was in Wisconsin, I was doing some work in Minneapolis, and I forget, I want to say it was I-90, I think. I think I took I-90 east out of Minneapolis just far enough to get into Wisconsin so I could buy cheese, took it back to my hotel, put it in my suitcase, and flew it home with me. I got a thing for Wisconsin cheese. I'm kind of jealous. I know a couple of y'all, Bub was also from Wisconsin. I'm jealous because you got access to cheese that I don't readily have access to. I like some cheese from Wisconsin. Let's see here. Harry Potter. David Tennant also played in Harry Potter. So, dude, David Tennant. Yeah, did you catch that live stream, Nina, by chance? Were you on that? Because, yeah, he also played a part in Harry Potter. So that's all. Did you catch that stream? I'm curious now, Nina. So, no, tamarind chutney is made of tamarind and date paste. Tamarind. Oh, you know what? That's right. That's right. They kind of look like a pear. Is that right? Like kind of skinny at the top and it gets bigger at the bottom. I think. Am I thinking of the right thing there? And I don't know. So maybe. So Bub says, yeah, I used to work at a cheese factory in Blue Mounds. That's awesome, dude. I need to learn to make cheese. I've been gifted a couple of and she says, nope, Google it. I'm going to have to do that because what I'm thinking of is not a tamarind. So my apology. If I'm saying the wrong thing, I am good with being corrected. I'm wrong a lot. So totally own up to that. So I will do that, Gurpreet. I'm just going to do it right now. Hope you guys don't mind me Googling while I'm talking to y'all. Tamarind. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now that I'm seeing a picture of it, it's like, yeah, that's not at all what I had in mind. Now that I see it, though, I was like, that's a tamarind. I'd love to say I was right all the time, but then I'd be a dirty liar. Nobody likes dirty liars. Also, this beer was really good, by the way. If you ever get a chance to visit Long Island, if you like beer, I'm going to give them a shout out. The Oyster Bay Brewing Company, fantastic spot. They make a great product, and there's a lot of awesome history in Oyster Bay. So if you ever heard of Benedict Arnold, there's a lot of cool history about that trader you could learn. Teddy Roosevelt is from Oyster Bay, and Billy Joel, the singer, also has a big home near Oyster Bay, and he parks his massive yacht in Oyster Bay, New York. So I learned all of that by visiting the brewery, and it's a lot of cool stuff from that. So, but guys, I'm looking at the time. We've been cracking at this for 1 hour and 14 minutes and about 20 seconds at this point. It is encroaching 2:30 a.m. I need to get a little bit of sleep tonight. Wifey has a meeting for work tomorrow morning. I promised that I would get up early to take her to breakfast. And by take her to breakfast, I mean we're doing the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru because we can't really take anybody out right now. So I'm going to get her a little breakfast sandwich and get her some coffee. And and whatnot. So I've got to be up. I think I have to get up at 7:30. So I got about 5 hours before I got to be up to get her breakfast before a meeting. So it is what it is. I guess I don't sleep too much. If I have to, I'll take a nap tomorrow afternoon at some point, or hell, I don't know. I might just push through. So yeah. So Dirty's like, I don't like clean liars either. That's good stuff, man. So anyway, hey, Miss Awesome Wolf, how are you doing tonight? You say you can't sleep. I'm sorry, honey. That's no fun. Hopefully you get something to help you go to sleep tonight. I know everybody needs a little bit of sleep. I don't sleep too much, but even I need what little bit I get. So it's 3 a.m. here. I know it's 20 after 2 where I'm at here in Oklahoma. So yeah, it's late for me. It's really late for you. So I'm looking at myself on the screen here. It's like my eyes are starting to show it a bit. A little puffy. So it's like that quite a bit. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I had no idea that the response I'd get just popping on at random at about 1 in the morning. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm not going to make it long and drone on a lot. So just thank you, everybody, for being here. If you're in Europe and it's the morning, I hope you have a fantastic day. Everybody else here in the States, please get some rest. Don't stay up too late. So love you all. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Later on, guys.